This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com. Today we're slinging out yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application called D-Volution. D-Volution, I guess is another way you could pronounce it, but that's probably wrong. This application is a drumming app for the iPad, which is something that we've had quite a bit of interest in since we've had the first iPad, actually. And then we've been tracking the progress of these various applications throughout the history of this device's development. And we have to admit, this is one of our favorites, and it's certainly one of the cheapest, too. This application is available for $1.99, which is a fair bit less expensive than almost any other app that we could name. Especially GarageBand, which sort of has a similar focus within the drumming side of things. So this is the main interface. There's a lot going on here. If you need any help with any of this, you can simply hit this little question mark, and then you're served up a full tutorial. This actually plays the first time that you boot up the application. So you're given a pretty good introduction to this. When you first boot it up, you can get a good feel for how this all works. But I'm just going to go ahead and slide through it. It does explain everything quite well, and this application does come with a beat maker as well. So you're not just doing the visual slapping and slamming, though that's typically what we kind of focus on. Also comes with this nifty mirror mode, which is pretty cool. You can go here. You go here and hit this, and then you've got this mirror thing going on, which is pretty awesome because you can have two people playing at once. So you can have one person down here doing some double bass, and then another person up here doing all kinds of other stuff. So that's pretty cool. That's definitely something that's not in GarageBand or basically any other drumming app that we know of. Also, this is the version 2 edition of this application, so this comes with a lot of improvements over the previous one, though I don't actually have too much to say about that because I didn't play around with the previous one. So this is the pop kit. To access different kits, simply open this up. One of the cool things about this app is the fact that you can move the kits around. For instance, I can move the snare about if I wanted to. I can change the volume individually for each of these, which is nice. That gives us a fairly high level of control as compared to something like GarageBand where everything is laid out. And for instance, I am a left-handed drummer, so those kind of things typically kind of annoy me if I'm actually trying to lay down a track. Really irritates me. I don't get much use out of that. So it's nice that we can actually move this around and edit things as we go. So in terms of kits, you've got orchestral, which obviously is orchestral, if that's what you're into. You've also got pop rock, just sort of a generic kit setup. You've also got hip hop, which comes with some cool scratchers. Actually, I thought this is pretty neat. Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty neat little addition. Aside from that, you've also got percussions, which is just sort of a Latin sort of inspired look and feel. You can buy more packs if you want. We do miss the fact that there's not actually a straight hard rock kit in here. We feel like that's something that a lot of people would be looking for, and the fact that it's not in here is kind of a disappointment, actually. The fact that you have to buy and spend additional money is sort of a pain. However, one of the cool things about this is that you can go in and actually add your own individual sounds. So for instance, let's say I wanted to add a different kick. I wanted to do a different snare. There are a couple different snares. You can, of course, hit these to get a nice sound out of them. A couple different crashes, etc. A lot of different cymbals, a lot of different things going on. There's even a cowbell, so you can get more cowbell if you want. And you're free to drag any of these into place in the same sort of editing mechanic, and then play around with them. So that's very nice. Again, more control than we typically see out of a lot of other applications. We got some links going on here, playback. Let me see what else we've got. You can share, which is pretty cool. You can save or delete a session, do all that stuff. Well, I'll show you a bit of recording in a second. You can do all of this and then share your creation actually to SoundCloud, which is nice. SoundCloud is a utility that a lot of us musicians use, and it's very popular amongst people who are sort of digitally inclined, especially with the iPad. You can load a session as well. All of that stuff right there, very easy to use. And of course, you have recording. You simply hit this record button, tap away with whatever you're doing, and then it saves it. And of course, you can do that. I did have some trouble getting rid of, I guess actually I'll say this. I wish there was a better recording, shall I say, interface. I wish I could scrub between my various elements, change things as I go along, sort of like GarageBand, because really that's the sort of synergy that we're looking for. Sure, I like to be able to go in and tap away, But I also like to be able to go in and then edit the specific MIDI points that are involved here. Don't know if that's how this is programmed. I get the feeling that it's not. But that'd be extremely nice to have. Still, if you want that functionality, you can go here into the beat maker and then start plugging in your different sounds. So let's say I wanted to add a kick. Kick 1. Yeah, that'll do. Load. And then give it a second. And then I want to do a snare of some sort. I can go in here. Snare 1 upper, load. And then, plug in beats at will. So that's quite nice. So you can do this kind of pre-programmed beat planning if you would like. That's going to sound kind of terrible, but it's probably the worst quick setup beat ever. But you can go in and do this. You've got quite a lot of tracks to edit with, and you've got quite a few pages of bars to work with as well. The interface is gorgeous too. I should mention that for the entire app. Very much enjoyed the way this thing looks. It's very slick. You can even change the background that you're using. So I'm going to go ahead and slap that and change to that. So the interface is extremely good looking. It works very well, and we had no problems tapping. In general, the sound quality, which I will be playing this in just a second, sound quality is pretty good. It's not the best drum simulator that I've ever seen or ever heard, but at the same time, the recording quality of the original sound that they've added to this application is fine. No problems at all. I would definitely use it in a track, especially with that SoundCloud additions. So really, my only complaints are the fact that I want more sounds, I want more kits, I want a more specific recording interface. I actually want an interface for me to edit that kind of stuff. And actually some Sonoma, audio copy paste functionality would be great. I'd love to take some of the stuff, copy it, throw it into another sound application, something like any of the looping apps that I've used in the past, or anything else. That having that sort of integration would be great. But overall, just to test the sound quality really quick, it is pretty good. And as far as actually like the specific points, you do have registered areas, for instance. You do have different points that you can actually hit. This is most notable with things like the ride. So that's quite nice, and this exists across all the ride symbols as well. Again, left-handed drummer, very different. So, very good sound quality, very good layout. Interface is great. Price is amazing for what you're going to get. The sensitivity to the individual points, the number of items that you have, the control that you have. All in all, I do have to say D-Volution is perhaps the best drumming application out there at the moment. It's great. It's very quick. It's very simple to mess around with. And, aside from those small quibbles that we had, a better integration with perhaps other sound applications would be the biggest complaint there. This one's great. Go ahead and grab it. If you're into this kind of thing on the iPhone or the iPad, why not give it a go? It's only $2, and we promise you're going to like it. So, that's all we have to say about it, except for the fact that we are going to give it a 4 out of 5 star rating from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. We think it's great, and we think you should jump on it if you enjoy this sort of application. And at this point, that's all I have to say about it, so I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.